good evening, and welcome to tonight's edition of I Heard That. I'm your VibeMistress, Stephanie Renee, joined as always by my co-hostess with the mostest, Shareese. Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you believe it's been a month?
Yeah, time flies.
Like what? Like it's been a month, but there was a necessary downtime so that folks could be on their healing path,
Yes,
and it has been a lot here in Philly. There has been a lot going on. It seems like folks our age are leaving this planet way before their time.
yes.
So I'm always about the take the time you need to be in the healing space that is necessary for you. And I'm just glad to see your pretty face back on the screen again.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Yes. Thankful for um successful recoveries.
Yes.
Thankful for that for sure. Grateful and relieved for the healing that I've been blessed with. So
Yes, that is a good thing. And that, of course, prompted our theme for tonight's show, not just because we will be, in that Thanksgiving type space
right,
in
right.
2 days, but also because with everything going on around the world, in our personal lives, in our circles, it is always good to take a moment to take stock of the blessings and to show appreciation for your space, even if it's not what you consider to be ideal,
Right.
because there's a lesson in all of it. And so I just hope that those of you who are joining us tonight are going to be in that space of thankfulness with us. And if you're not, maybe these selections will help get you there,
Right.
right? Just so that we can have this moment to take stock and appreciate all of the goodness. Hello, Sharon. We're glad to have you in the room with us this evening, as always. And so there's and we've got moods, I will say, in our playlist tonight for
Okay.
sure. But as always, there are a lot of songs that fit this theme. And so Shareese and I did not duplicate. I mean, we weren't even close, honestly,
Oh,
in
good.
in the songs that we picked tonight. Hey Jen, welcome. Listen, I haven't. I'm slacking. Hold on, like making sure that I'm acknowledging folks that are coming into the space and coming into the chat. We always appreciate having you all here with us. And so your first song, funny enough, those of you who tune in fairly regularly, or at least have tuned in at least one time before, that because I live in Philadelphia and have been here off and on for a good long time, I claim dual citizenship
Yes.
between my hometown of DC and Philly. But we have a Philly artist, a Philly group up to bat first from Shareese's list. So she did the representing, so I didn't necessarily have to.
Yes. Well, I can claim Philly to a degree,
Yes.
because I didn't finish school in Philly, but I did finish it on the main line, in the suburbs of Philly. And good evening, Carla. And then I, of course, got my 40 years in Philadelphia proper, by way of University of Pennsylvania, back in the day. And so yeah, and I had my first foray into a cappella music at Penn. So this song here is from Boys to Men, who we know are from Philly, and it's one of their. I don't know if they probably have done other acapella. I don't want to say off the top of my head. This is the acapella song that they've done, and I have a few of their albums, but this is one of my favorite albums of theirs, and this song is one of the reasons why. And speaking of just gratefulness and being thankful, it really does go a long way to acknowledge when folks have supported you and have been there for you, even just to be an ear. And it always absolutely helps to say thank you. You know, just
Yes.
simple thank you. And of course, with Boyz II Men is not going to be simple, but thank you nonetheless. So that's my first song for this evening. Thank You by Boyz II Men from their 2 album.
Yes. Let's go.
I like this. I like this. I like this. I was young and didn't have nowhere to run. I needed to wake up and see what's in front of me. Now, there has to be a better way. Say it again, a better way to show I'm grateful.
And that is how we're getting things started on tonight's program with the simple message of thank you and the finger popping rhythm to go along with it too, because
Yes,
all songs that are about gratitude are not necessarily the slow ballads. We got a
right.
little bit of everything for you tonight. Absolutely. Well, thank you for that one, Shareese, because that one is near and dear to us, inspiration old heads.
That's right.
Um, because that song is definitely in the repertoire, and
Yes,
it's
it is.
and of many of the things that I'm grateful for, certainly Penn and the friendships and the experiences there are way high on the list, because my high school guidance counselor told me, she's like, the folks that you hang out with in high school, she's like, y'all, some of y'all will be close, she's like, but you're going to make your lifetime friends in college. And I've almost kind of clutched the pearls when she said it. I was like, that's
How? Right.
you know like, yeah, I got a good friend, but she was proven right.
I'm
She
trying
was
to tell
proven
you.
right over and over again.
Yes, I tell you, like, and there I feel like we were in the midst of at the end of a golden era at Penn, particularly for Black students. Like, we I came at the tail end. I'm very very happy that I came in 88, because those folks who left from 89 through 90, 92, that's my class, and maybe 93, 94 is the telltale end of those who we had a connection with, and just that reunion we had last year,
Joint.
the mixtape
Yeah.
between 90, 91 and 92, that was like magical. So yes, absolutely, I agree with your guidance counselor. Nobody told me that. I found out naturally through experience that I've made lifelong friends in college, like become like family with people who walked, we were strangers to each other, and that is such a blessing. And it absolutely, for those three classes, 90, 91, 92, for sure, and even two classes up and then two classes back, we still have that strong connection. So yes, it's Penn did a number on me. As for, I already had friend groups, and I was definitely pleasantly surprised and blessed with the friendships that we have, that we built there.
Yes, the circle that just expanded and
Yes.
engulfed so many different types of people and personalities. So I'm thankful for that. And so that, it's funny that you mentioned that we had the mixtape reunion, because my first selection of the evening actually comes from a mixtape compilation.
Okay.
So it's always great when you get one artist that does a song that fits the theme, and you're like, yeah, I want to use that. Even better when a producer decides they want to do a remix of it, and so it lumps in more artists, more people that you care about in terms of
Nice.
amplifying the message.
Yes.
So I joked when I first started doing my family research, I found out about this producer named Amerigo Gazaway. Now, Gazaway is not a very common last name. And he wouldn't have been blood relative. He would have been a cousin by marriage anyway. And I
Mm.
still say hip hop producer, last name Gazaway, from Tennessee. I mean, the chances are high that he's part of that extended family that married into mine.
Okay.
But I've been a big fan of his production for years.
Okay.
And so he did a compilation album to celebrate hip hop's 50th anniversary. So 50 hip hop tracks that he remixed, right?
Oh.
Big, big, big compilation. It's really wonderful. So this one features the dearly departed Rick James, and he did the initial song, and they remixed it with a selection from Jay-Z's MTV Unplugged. So I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Rick James, along with Jay-Z and the Roots, with their rendition of a song that Rick James did at the height of his popularity. That is just saying, again, thank you.
The drum turnaround.
It sounds like this.
Sharing and showing your love. Yeah, music is something that comes from the heart and it comes from above. Don't you know that? Mary Jane will thank you. Stone City man wanna thank you. I wanna thank you. All people in my life wanna thank you. Don't you know that we like winning album of the year? And you know that we like it. Don't you know that we like it winning album of the year? I wanna thank you for sharing and showing your love. Yeah, I wanna thank you. All people in my life wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for sharing and showing your love. I wanna thank you. All people in my life wanna thank you.
First of all, I wanna thank my connect, the most important person with all due respect. Thanks to the duffel bag, the brown paper bag, the Nike shoe box for holding all this cash. Okay. Boys in blue who agreed before the badge. Okay. The first pusher who ever made the stash. Okay. It's in the building tonight. Hey. Oh, what a feeling, I'm feeling like. Hey. Thanks to the lanes, niggas with back. I told you I became. Bullet wounds will stop your buffoonery. Thanks to the pastor rapping at your eulogy. The little Kim and them, you know the women friend who carry the work cross state for a gentleman. Yeah, thanks to all the hustlers, and most importantly you, the customer.
I wanna thank you for sharing and showing your love. Yeah, I wanna thank you. All people in my life wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for sharing and showing your love. Yeah, I wanna thank you. All people in my life wanna thank you. Yeah. Music is something that comes from the heart. Music is something that will never stop, baby. Music is something that will never disappear. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart from all these years. Man, I want to thank you. Thank you. My little sisters, I want to thank you.
even got to wants to thank you. Hello. Thank you, boo boo.
I heard that. I'm always happy when I can introduce people to something that they have never heard before. And, I will say, if you all have not seen the article, because we got the question, was he thanking Mary Jane? So earlier this week, or well, I guess it was later part of last week, Snoop said that he was going to stop smoking.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah, and so for those of you who are like me, clutch the pearls, I was like, is he going to switch to some other form of weed? Because Snoop has been diehard for a long time, but it was marketing, because that is what Snoop does. Snoop is enterprising. He has now, it's like a new grill that he is doing. So I guess, I don't know whether it's an electric grill, but it's something, but so it won't smoke. Not that he won't smoke, but that it is smokeless.
I knew there was a catch. I didn't even buy into that. I was like, okay, well,
Right.
there must be something else going on.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so Tiffany agreed. It's a smokeless grill. Exactly. So just so you all know, in case you stumble upon that article, don't be fooled.
Right.
There was a particular reason for that.
Right.
But yes, yeah, Rick James, I think if we don't remember Dave Chappelle for anything else that he has done, those true Hollywood stories with him and Charlie Murphy will be classics and will be funny until the end of time.
Forever.
So your next selection, Shareese, is the compilation. The one that decades later, we all still go, all of those voices together singing about friendship. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So I didn't get to do a post yet. And by the time I do make a post, everybody's seen all the pictures. But this past weekend, I was absolutely blessed to have celebrated Friendsgiving with a few of my good friends, and in Richmond, and thanks to Damone for hosting us. But
I saw the little tag of the Manning B&B.
Yes, the Manning B&B.
It's very sweet.
We had a wonderful time. It was just it was one of those things that really just feeds your soul, feeds your spirit, lift your spirits. It was just light. We had a great time, took pictures with Santa Claus. I think that was my first time ever doing that. I was scooting through through King's Dominion for their winter wonderland thing, and it was great.
And I love the t-shirts, were particularly adorable.
Yes, we had before dinner, we had the t-shirts with the different dishes that will be on most people's tables on Thursday, and then we did our matching pajamas photo shoot too on the stairs. So I had a very full weekend and a very great Friendsgiving. If you have people in your life who, because of everybody going everywhere else for Thanksgiving, they folks who you may want to spend Thanksgiving with, but because everybody has their own plans for Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving is highly recommended. And all I can say is that I felt, when we were at dinner, Damone had an activity for us all, and one of them was he gave us all each a card, and it just asked, "My heart is filled with," and then you're supposed to, like, whatever the first word that came to mind, and mine was tremendous gratitude. because I've been blessed with family and friends who have become family. I couldn't ask for anything more. So this song here is like, the epitome of the sentiments of friendship. Just the support, the unwavering and unconditional love. We've had these friendships for 35 years now. Like, there's, clearly, like I said, it was a golden era at Penn, and these people here, Penn gave gave me Stephanie. You know what I mean? Like, we are in that she's in that number too. Like, we have so many, and Penn gave me Jen, who's in the comments section. We
Sorry,
have.
do I need to mute my thing while my dog fluffs his bed?
No, he's all right. He all right. He can fluff. But yeah, so I'm just tremendously grateful, because the people in my life that are in my circle, my friends, my family, who are here supporting me every other Tuesday, and my friends who have become family, I'm just very grateful. And this song is definitely the embodiment of my sentiments for my whole dope circle. I have a dope circle, and I'm so grateful for everyone, including my girl Stephanie, and including my great niece Jewel, who's having a birthday today. She's
happy birthday!
26. I can't keep up anymore. Siobhan, my niece Siobhan's second oldest child, 26. Or 20. I can't keep up no more. But yes, I have I try. I have a very good circle. This song, That's What Friends Are For, is if somebody would have played this song while we were having dinner on Saturday,
y'all have been balling.
Okay, that would have been it for me, because this is the epitome of what I feel for my whole entire, I'm talking about everybody. I have such good people around me, and it's a it really is a blessing. It is a blessing, because everybody can't say they have these long-lasting friendships, which would be so foreign to me. But I have to realize that everybody hasn't been blessed the way we have been, to be brought together and kept together over the course of some people's lifetime. So that's it. The song is That's What Friends Are For. It's on Dionne Warwick's album called Friends. And that's my second song for the night, y'all.
Let everybody get your lighters ready.
Get it ready.
Sing along.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for.
Well, you came in up in me, and for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh, that's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. Oh, for sure. 'Cause I tell you, that's what friends are for. Oh, good times, ever bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
All neighbors show.
I don't need for sure. I don't need for sure.
That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining.
I heard that. That song also will never get old.
It sure
And
won't.
And I love that anybody has a contact list that they can go through and they're like, you know what? I need to do this super necessary song to raise millions and millions of dollars for HIV and AIDS research. And yo, can you come sing on this with me? And you get
And
Stevie
all the
Wonder,
answers
Elton
are yes.
John, and Gladys Knight to sing with you. Love it. Love it.
Listen, they put respect on Dion's name, okay? Put respect on Dionne Warwick's name.
If you have not seen that documentary, you know, we talk about this stuff all the time. It was produced, CNN has been doing a series of these things and they get rebroadcast on HBO Max. So if you have not seen it, you must. Speaking of
which
Snoop,
documentary is that?
it on Dionne
Oh.
Warwick. I can't remember the exact title, but I learned a ton. And I thought I knew a lot because Dionne Warwick was one of my mom's favorite artists. So, you know, we had the albums, like I was very familiar, but the backstory, there were a lot more layers to the backstory that I did not know, including a story where she snatched Snoop up to talk about the lyrics.
Yes.
And how he was presenting himself in the industry.
She ain't snatch him up. She summoned him to her house. Him and his people to her house.
Yes.
So yes.
And he was like, you don't say no. When Dionne Warwick gets on the phone and is like, I need you. And I think she said something like at 7 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. It was early.
like she was fludging him. I was like, what? 7 a.m.
Tomorrow. They didn't even have a day to prepare. I need you at my house tomorrow, 7 a.m. Who's saying no? Not me. I might sleep outside to make sure I'm not late.
Right. And he said he was prompt.
Yes, he was.
And he took that, and he said it was with love, right? Like she checked him, but she checked him with love, and he deeply appreciated that. So, you know, all those reasons that we need to put some respect on Dionne Warwick's name for real. Thank you, Jen. We got it. That's what the documentary is called. Don't Make Me Over.
Yes.
So we definitely need to put that in your queue. during the holidays. If you have not seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah, and
And
you know
so,
what else about Dion, real quick?
oh sure.
There's always more, like just like you said, more knowledge of her. Like, first of all, it's wild to me that she isn't celebrated more, considering the fact that right, she's from the bricks, you
Nor-
know, and she is Whitney Houston's cousin, be
Mhm.
by Sissy. And the fact that, okay, you know, we know Burt Bacharach, she was his muse, like he wrote for her, like and the fact that so many, it wasn't just Luther, because Luther remade a lot of her songs,
Yes.
but other people did too, including Anita Baker. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of people don't know No One in the World.
Mhm.
You bring I don't
Now
know.
you bring me
You
joy.
Bring Me Joy was a remake from someone else. So like Anita Baker is one of those people that will take a song and create it
Mhm.
into her own. But for sure, No One in the World, Dionne Warwick did it first. So these are things like you learn about. And I'm like, how is she not like celebrated, you know? But
In my household, she was. You all know I talk about my vocal trinity. Dionne Warwick was absolutely in my mother's vocal trinity. I don't know who the third one would be. It was definitely Dionne and Barbara Streisand. But you know, the those influences, that's what I grew up hearing
why
very much in my
did you
childhood.
put Doja Cat in the comment? Like, why? I don't even know nothing that I know her name. That's it. So anyway,
But I, you know, as hard as I rep for Philly, because that is where I reside,
yes,
everybody should also know that I was born and raised in DC. And so I have an unabashed, never ending love for go-go. But I also do my best to show love to DC artists as well. And so in this conversation that we're having about gratitude, I also want to make sure that we put some respect on another very, very talented woman's name who some people, and this is timely because we're having such a conversation right now about Andre 3000's new album, which I love.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I mean, I love. Somebody said that it sounds like the spa music that you didn't know you needed. Like it's
Right,
high end spa music, and
take
it
it to the
is.
spa and be like, I got y'all. Here you go. Don't even. Here you go.
It is that, but he is an artist that we love him for what he has done for decades in this industry. And a lot of people want to hold on tight to that and not let him grow into who he wants to be. Right. And if we really love an artist, if we're really thankful for what they've given us, then sometimes you just got to ride with it and
Right.
see what the message is, see what this new inspiration and elevation it is for their talent.
Yeah, it's no
And
different than other artists who have done instrumental albums, either playing bass, piano, trumpet, whatever,
right,
whatever.
but this also
So,
didn't come from nowhere, right? For the last 5 years or so, there
yes,
have been reports of people spotting him wandering the earth like Cain,
playing
just playing
different
his
kinds
flute.
of yes. I
So it was coming. Y'all knew
right,
it was coming. So,
right.
just kind of, stick here for a second and let the
I
man
think I
cook.
saw Andre 3000 playing his flute on his. Yes, that was him. That was
All
him.
around Philly, all
Yes,
around Philly. It was all kinds of spotting. I know some people who actually, like took pictures, like walked up on him, like, "Hey," instead.
I
Everybody
would
said
have
he was
walked up
very
on him.
gracious.
I would have
That
walked up
that
on
couldn't have
him.
been me because I would have had a moment.
Child.
I have feelings
Security.
when it
I'm
comes to
before
him.
security get to me, I'm gonna be satisfied. So
All right, we're digressing.
sorry.
But I say all that to say that another artist that I feel has had that kind of evolution that people do not respect enough is Michelle Ndegeocello. Her
Really?
earlier funk-based stuff, of course, it was amazing. It's what drew people in.
Yeah.
But even though she was signed to a label that was supposedly prizing her differentness, they also wanted her to be sane. And so she had to roll out and say, you know, I've got more things that I need to express.
Right.
And so I'm offering a selection from an album that was right around the time that some people fell off the bandwagon. They were like, I don't exactly know where she's going with this stuff. You know, it's a little too eclectic, a little too out there for me. But if you do not have her entire, and I have all the albums, I have every single one of them, and I listen to them regularly. But from the project Comfort Woman is a song titled simply Thankful.
I heard that.
Yeah, a little meditative something.
I really do love her. Her style, even with no matter what style she is using at the time, I love her. Man, when she came, when I saw Robert Glasper last year when he was at the Blue Note, I caught the last day. I was by myself, and I got a wonderful seat right next to the stage. And Michelle Ndegocello came. She was one of his guests. You know, he had a whole bunch of guests when he was doing that thing last year, and she came, and I was like, please don't let us get off the stage. Like, she was incredible. Not that he wasn't, like, what was there alone with just him and his people, amazing. But then she came, and it was like, just like how I felt with this song, like I could just be like this, just close my eye and just really be with the music. Like, that's how
It wraps around you. That's one of the
Yes.
reasons why I now know, I'm at that age where I'm not necessarily for all these general admission, I got to stand up for 5-hour shows anymore.
Nope.
But Michelle's shows in particular, like when I want to dance, I want to dance. But there is always going to be a moment in her shows where she does a song like that. And I do not want to be standing because I'll find myself swooning. Like I just want to sit and let the music wrap around me and just really be in that moment.
Yes. And that when she played with Robert Glasper, that's exactly how it was. And it's dark in there, the stage is barely lit, and it was just like, you really just I don't know, I love her style is just dope, no matter what it is. So
she's wonderful. So I'm glad that you enjoyed that.
yes.
And I am super happy for your next selection, because when I saw this name on your list, I was reminded what a crush I had on this dude when I was little. And because he reminds me of my late brother. So that's part of it. But it was just, I mean, come on. There are only so many people on earth named Peebo.
So it's very easy to have a crush on people, especially when he was younger. Like, he's still very a beautiful man, very beautiful.
With his young wife. Him and
oh
Ron
yeah. Yes, both of them. But when he was younger, especially, like, he was handsome. He always wore like suits when he performed, and his voice was amazing. Like, he definitely is one of my favorite male vocalists ever, because I just love the fact that he just sings. He doesn't do a lot of acrobatics when he's singing. I don't mind acrobatics, but he is a crooner. Like, he doesn't do all that, and that's what works. It works. And so when we were talking about gratitude or thankfulness, there's a place for gratefulness, for love, for being loved in the way that you feel like you should be loved, so much so that you're lifted. You're not even walking anymore. You're like gliding, you're flying, you're soaring, and all that stuff. And so this song here, I'm generally going to go old school. I mean, I don't know if People has anything out currently, but if we talk People Bryson, we're going to be old school anyway. But this song here catches him in his vocal glory. And it is typical of his songs. He's one of those that his love songs can be a little mid-tempo, up-tempo, and of course the slow ones, a ballad. But this one is a mid-tempo, very popular, and very apropos for this theme tonight, thankfulness. It's called Reaching for the Sky by Peebo Bryson. My dude.
Hope that love will stay.
for the sky. Said again, I said I feel like reaching for the sky. I'm so inspired, I wanna reach a little higher. Love may never come again. I'll be your lover and your friend. Yes, I will, girl. Love may never come again. Never come again.
Never come again. Never come again.
Time to look ahead and leave the past behind. If it's love you're searching for, now open up and love will show you how. Girl, it's you that I adore. Hey, you that I adore. Oh, I hope that love will stay. You just can't throw love away. No, no, no. I feel like reaching for the sky. Say it again. I said I feel like reaching for the sky. Oh, I'm so inspired, I wanna reach a little higher. Love may never come again. I'll be your lover and your friend. Yes, I will, girl. Love may never come again. Never come again.
Never come again. Ooh, never come again. I heard that.
So Peebo does what we like to call flat foot singing.
Oh, okay. Yes, he does. Yes.
Just you could just imagine it, and not not a whole lot of theatrics. Just I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna open my mouth and I'm gonna give you this pure, clean tenor, and I'm just gonna sing the song.
I promise. And he still does that. And when we
So-
saw him at the jazz festival in Richmond a couple of years ago, this is when my back was still functioning properly. And it was like I feel like he was the last act of the night, the closer of this night. And so by the time something happened where he was delayed to get there and blah blah blah. And so by the time he was finishing up, there wasn't that many people there. Not that that would stop you from getting to the stage if you really wanted to. Anyway, we went down to the stage. He was singing I don't know what song he was singing, but whatever song it was, he looked right at me when he got to a very crucial point. So I was like, we had a connection. We had a moment. I had a moment with Peebo Bryson. I just wanted to say that for the record.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was tickled, and on social media, I guess flipping through or whatever, but he and Regina Bell showed up at for Broadway. I guess they were doing a review because I don't think it was just Aladdin.
Yeah, I saw that.
The guy who is playing the genie right now, when I tell you he was beside himself.
He was like he won the lottery.
That they were both there.
Yes.
And that they were going to sing a whole new world. Oh, and listen, and Regina Bell.
Another one.
probably the only reason why she's not in my vocal trinity is because her catalog is as the other people who are. But I love me some her, and their voices together are just listen. People has sung with Regina Bell. He sung with Celine Dion
and
listen,
Roberta Flack.
I mean,
and Natalie Cole. Like he is no joke, okay? And he has why? Because he has that voice that doesn't, like you said, we've said, he doesn't do the acrobatics. He is a straight singer. So his natural ability to blend with all these female voices is just off the chain. You know, he's just able to do that.
He got that crystal clear tenor. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes.
So you know, if you were going to pull out a crooner, then I have to match you crooner for crooner.
Okay.
And it's easy to do when we're going to this era, right? Because of the musicianship that just existed in the industry at the time. And you know, I am always for I feel that all of us need to be heavily indoctrinated in the blues, because it's one half of this R&B that we say we love. But if you don't understand the blues, then you're missing out on that emotional connection of why the rhythm helps to elevate it,
right,
in a certain way. But one of the masters of contemporary blues is also somebody that we consider to be one of the seminal voices of soul. And so I'm always happy to bring his music back, because he's been gone from us for too long at this point. And we need to keep elevating his catalog and his voice, his message, especially in a time where we're so focused on mental wellness. And he struggled with it and still has such a gift that he gave us while he was here. I also love playing anything from this album because it is so indicative of the 70s, and it's just that thing. So when you have an album called Everything is Everything, then you know that the messaging that exists on it is going to be extremely relevant.
Right.
And this one, you know, Donnie came from the church. And so he's going to give us churchy, mixed in with the blues in the same way that Ray Charles did. That is impactful. These songs sit with you for a minute. So if you aren't familiar with this, I hope you're going to just let it, like we say with Michelle's music, right? Just let it wrap around you. Donnie also has that connection to DC because of Howard University.
Yes.
Their music program. So, you know, this is also in my wheelhouse. So I give to you Donny Hathaway from the album Everything is Everything. This song is titled Thank You, Master, for My Soul.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Master, for my soul. Thank you, Master, thank you for my soul. You gave me food to eat. You put shoes on my feet, and you kept me. Lord, I know haven't been so good this week, but you continue to bless me, and I just want to take time to thank you for my soul. Thank you, for my soul. Lord, thank you, Master. Thank you for my soul. Yeah. 'Cause you didn't have to hear my mourning. Oh, you didn't have to hear my groaning. But you kept me, yeah. You put shoes on my feet. You kept food for me to eat, yeah. And Lord, how you bless me. But most of all, thank you, Master, for my soul. Thank you, thank you. That's all right. For my mind, thank you for my soul. Lord, I know I haven't been so good this week, God, but you kept me. You didn't have to hear my mourning. You didn't have to hear my groaning. Hey, hey. But Lord, you bless me. And Lord, I want to thank you. I just got to say much obliged to you, Master. 'Cause the walls of my room was not the walls of my grave. My bed was not my cooling board. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. My sheet was not my wine and sheet. And I want to say thank you, Lord, I thank you. So much obliged to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, Lord. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for my brother. I want to thank you.
I heard that. That could have gone on for another 5 minutes and I would have been fine.
Okay. He was so old, like old souled at such a young age. Like he really was like, I thank you that my bed wasn't my cooling board.
Mm-hmm.
And my sheet wasn't my whining sheet.
That's
like,
old school church. That's not modern day church. That's old school church.
Like, do y'all know what he talking about? Like when he mean, the cooling board. I never heard the term before I heard this song on this album.
Really?
And no, I never heard nobody talk about a cooling board.
Well, see, you know, my dad's side of the family is old, so you know, they were much older than me, so that was common church parlance.
I'd never heard of Cooling Board before the hearing on this song. And then every time I listen to Donny Hathaway, I laugh because my sisters and I were going somewhere. I don't know where we were driving to. I was driving, and this album, and maybe probably a couple of other, well, maybe it was probably one album. I don't know which one it was of Donny Hathaway's. And I had been, you know how I do. I was on a kick for him this was in the midst of a kick for me. And so I was listening to Donny Hathaway 5 albums or how many albums over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm driving them and they like, girl, we feel like we had a funeral. This don't feel like no funeral. I was so insulted. But yeah, that song, you know,
yeah,
a lot, especially live, like when he really get into it and the people in the background screaming and hollering. I guess it could feel like, you know, but I love every bit of it.
and the blues can hit you that way. And like, just put the smile. She just put the smile in the chat. She was like, I'm not gonna blow you up. I'm just gonna stay here with you on the memory.
See what I'm saying? But yeah, Donny Hathaway, man, the blues was all up and through him. Mm-hmm. And we don't really the farther we get away from when the blues was a whole, you know, practiced and performed genre, the farther we get away from that, the more detached we get from the blues part of the R&B. And yes, it's something that we do need to. I think a lot of these people who can't. Okay, let me not say that, because I think that personally my voice would be more suited, not necessarily to the blues, but to like more jazzy. And I think that some of these people these artists that really can't sing might do well in the blues more so than what they're trying to do. So I think that, you know, not singing, they ain't gonna sing it like how Donny just now sang that song.
Yeah, that's gotta be a personal testimony for it to come across that way.
Well, maybe they won't. It depends. Well, let me. I may have to retract my statement then, because I forgot about that. Yeah, the blues is a condition of being. Okay, yes. It's not just singing it; it's a condition of being. So with that being said, I think maybe Mary J. Blige could sing the blues. Maybe.
Oh, Mary J. Blige can sing the hell out of the blues. Mary J. Blige has been through some things. She can sing it because she knows it, and that's
she feels the songs that she sings. She just don't sound good singing them. So if she sang the blues, you know she gonna feel it, and it's different. So she might be able to actually sing the blues.
I'm just saying. I will also say that for all of the students that I have taught over the years, as much as young people go kicking and screaming into any conversation around the blues, because it's like until they hear it, and it connects to something that they have lived through in their young lives. I'm talking about like 13, 14, 15-year-olds, right? They haven't been through what those older men have sung about, but they've been through something where they recognize that emotion. And I'm telling you, kids in my workshops have written some serious poems after our unit on the blues, because they get it. They get it. We keep telling people all the time, don't sell our young people short.
That's right.
They don't like some stuff because they haven't been exposed to it.
Right.
Give it to them and then let them chew on it for a minute.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, listen. So we're having conversation now going on in the chat. Welcoming Thomasina on the scene.
Thomasina.
And I'm just saying.
Thank you, Jen.
It's it's a lot of.
She may be singing. She's singing blues adjacent. I'll give you that much, because I've always said that the emotion of the songs always come through, and that's the reason why so many people can relate to her, because she feels what she's singing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I'm just gonna say that No More Drama was contemporary blues. That was blues. That video and just her vocal performance of that song used to always make me cry. I was like, Lord Mary, I feel that.
I
Like, I
felt that
feel it.
song. I felt No More Drama. I really
Woo.
did. I really did. I can give her that for sure. Now, with most songs of hers, if they come on, I'm even though they good, I have to really be prepared to listen to her songs because of her delivery. But the songs are good. But No More Drama, I'm not turning that down or off. I'm listening to that one, and I'm be,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what we may say about her voice, and I'm definitely saying something about it. She never skimped. She never fell short when it came to getting an emotion across.
Yes.
And that's the reason why, even though I feel like she should be banned from every recording studio in the land, I absolutely am happy that she has a place in that industry.
I'm just gonna say I was like, I can't co-sign the Mary J slander per se, but Shareese, just listen to what I'm saying. Shareese and I have an incident in Jamaica with the Mary J. Blige album that we can tell at a different time, but it was hilarious. Neither one of us will ever forgive her for the song PMS, and I'll leave it there. But it was like an otherwise beautiful vacation, and that song came on, and it pulled us out of whatever moment of relaxation and respite we were in. Like, what the hell is happening right now?
Right? Did she just say? Yeah. But I definitely I feel like she's a testament of, we don't even in the 60s and the 70s, everybody wasn't this stellar vocalist.
No.
You know what I mean? Everybody wasn't like blowing like that. But the production behind them was real. Whoever was writing their songs were writing songs that helped them to get an emotion across, a message across. And so the focus wasn't on whether or not their voice was, perfectly tuned, and or they were even on time, stuff like that was important, obviously, but there was more to it than the vocal performance. Right. And so that's the reason why I feel like Mary J. Blige, and that's the reason why she's had such longevity in the industry, despite whatever was going on in her personal life that could have taken her out, that could have snatched her away from performing, which is probably an outlet for her. I definitely have empathy for her, and I definitely, again, I don't care if somebody can't sing. I'm like, why, but I don't care. I still feel that she created a place for herself in the industry and has kept it, and she's the only one that's in it, in my opinion. I know other people, they have said, like, other folks have come up behind her, and maybe they can. She's the only one that's been contemporary since the 90s who can do what she's doing, and still she has albums that people are calling classic. Mm-hmm. She has classic albums and has been in this industry for 30 some odd years. So I know we make people famous for nothing, but that wasn't happening like that back then. Like, there had to be something for people to latch on to, and they latched on to her. Yes, she's just yeah. She just was singing the experiences of so many other young ladies. And so absolutely. I feel she definitely has a place in the industry. I'm glad that she's been around for decades, and she looks amazing. Mm-hmm. So And I'm glad that she seems like she's in a good place again in her life, you know, after dealing with the husband situation. I feel like she is thriving and blooming, blossoming, and all that stuff. So
All those good things. Shout
try the
out.
blues, Mary. Try the blues. I think
I
you
would
might
love
be
for her
on
to do a
something. The
blues
outright
album the same
blues.
way like Queen Latifah does jazz albums.
Yeah,
Like
just
Mary just needs to do a straight
outright.
all in
Yeah.
blues album.
Yes, all
It
in,
would be great.
outright. Don't no R and well, you if you get the right producer, they could do put a little spin on it a little bit. But yes, do that. Try that, Mary. I might just buy an album. I might buy an album. I don't know.
Well, we're coming back now to our final two songs of the evening, and of course, you know, you picked one of my contemporary favorites for this final one, and particularly for this song. This is one of those songs where if I need to be in my feels, I can pop this on and I get my good cry, or I'll get my dance around the room, whatever it is that my spirit needs in that moment, and it's a great thing.
Yes. So I'm an outside girl. You know, it is wild because as much as I love the outside, I don't like some of the stuff that's out there, like
You don't like
grass.
grass.
Yeah, I know.
An outside person that doesn't like grass. I don't know how that works.
I don't like grass. It creeps me out. I can't stand to walk on it. It's grossing me out just thinking about it. But I am absolutely a sand person. The beach, the ocean, that's me. But as I said, and me, I go to house music festivals all throughout the summer that are in parks. So I'm on grass and get some of them are I'm creeped out, yes, very much. But I still go. Why? Because I'm an outside girl. And with being an outside girl, appreciating things like the Grand Canyon and parks and the ocean and these types of things, and I start to feel withdrawal when I haven't had that. If I'm in the when we were on punishment,
That's me.
when we were on punishment from COVID, and I couldn't choose to go outside. I had to be in the house. Oh, it drove me nuts. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Not just because I'm in these walls, but because I wasn't outside. I wasn't breathing the air. I wasn't seeing the trees. I live next to a park. I wasn't seeing the animals that may scare the heck out of me if I see them running across the thing. But I wasn't seeing this. I wasn't experiencing nature in the way that it's just the way that it was created. And so, or at least the way that's left of what's created, because we done, you know, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, so this song here kind of makes you, it stops you in your tracks and makes you remember, you know, to appreciate these things that are around us. You know, across our country, there's so many different things to see. You may go way up north and see a whole bunch of glaciers and snow and stuff. You go down to south, you see or go to the Midwest, you see geysers and forests for miles and miles and miles. The ocean, of course, is what calls me all the time, and the sand and just being in the sun and getting all the rays and everything. That is like medicine for me. And when I heard this song, I was like, oh my God, yes, that is me. That's me. You know, and she even brings up St. Lucia in the song. And so it's like, I've been to St. Lucia. Me and Stephanie and I went the first time I went to St. Lucia. We went there for their jazz festival way back in 2002, I think it was.
We did a lot of traveling that year.
Yeah, we did a whole lot, like three trips, I think. But yeah, like that just the fact that she even referenced the place that I've been to and experienced, just reveling, just taking in and just recognizing and acknowledging that God is real. However you express it, however you see it, that is like the reminder. Yeah, we create we create houses, we create cars, we create this, but we don't create trees, we don't create the grass and the ocean, we don't create the tides, we don't create the moon and the sun. We don't create that. So this is just a reminder to be grateful and thankful for the things that God has created for us to enjoy and hopefully to preserve and keep around for as long as possible. And so the song that jumped into my head when Stephanie suggested this theme was God is Real by India Ari. And I hope that if you have not heard it before, that you will definitely go out and purchase this song at least, but the album is good. But yes, God is Real by India Ari.
Science can answer everything except for the why of the why of the why of the why. Yet the debate still goes on day after day. No one has the answer here.
The sweetest honey to the brightest flower, the largest planet to the smallest atom. Snowflakes in the bird kingdom, smaller than the eye can see, bigger than the mind can conceive. Oh, I heard a man on the radio today.
I mean, I'm not gonna believe in anything that I can't see, and I've been through a lot of hardships in my life, you know.
I must confess, I disagree with what he had to say. How could he not believe that God is real? I don't understand how he could feel that way when there's earth, air, water, and fire. So many different flowers, sunshine and rain showers. So many different crystals and hills and volcanoes. That's how I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. I know this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. That's how I know that God is real. In St. Lucia, I jumped in the water.
It's like I was sleeping for the first time. I mean, it literally changed my life.
For the first time, I understood its power. 'Cause as I swam, I was cleansed. But if I had any doubts, this experience cleared them. Now I know for sure that God is real. I know that it's the truth by the way it feels. 'Cause I saw starfish and sponges, fish shaped like trumpets, so many different colors. I stayed out there for hours and I only saw a fraction of the deepest of the deep, of the great blue wide. It brought a tear to my eye. That's how I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. I know this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. We're made of the same stuff as the moon and stars. The ocean, salt water, just like my tears are. You feel me? The sun rises and sets every day without fail. That's how I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. I know this is not by chance. How I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. That's how I know that God is real. All of this is not by chance. Earth, air, water, and fire. All of this is not by chance. Earth, air, water, and fire. All of this is not by chance. Earth, air, water, and
Down and write a song about it, you know what I mean? But I know that God's grace is real because it washes me new every day.
I heard that. See, that's a song I feel like they could play that in church.
They could. They could.
That is the basis of sermons. That is the basis of prayers. That's the basis of practice.
Right. I agree.
That's why on the West Coast there's a Church of Aretha. For real, for real.
Really?
Yes.
Somebody else has a church. Who is it? There's a
There are several artists. There's a Church of Beyonce also.
Okay, Beyonce. I was gonna say Britney Spears. I knew it was somebody with a beat. Well, there could be one for Britney Spears too. Honestly,
it could be.
Yeah,
but I know that there's a Church of Aretha, and I know that there's a Church of Beyonce.
Okay, yeah.
So
I believe
you know, you get your spirit where you find it. And
listen, Aretha has straight up. You know, she got. I mean, she was gospel fed and bred and
exactly.
Albums, you know, her out. That's what she won her first Grammy, I think, on her that gospel album she did at the church, live one, Amazing Grace. Yeah, they can have a. They can. I mean, I don't know what else they do, but what y'all be doing? You just listen to the albums, like what?
No, I mean, instead of regular hymnals or regular hymns, you listen to the artist songs as a part of the church service. I mean, quite literally.
There's somebody preaching or whatever as well. Okay, I'm like,
a regular church service.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I'm like, what y'all do? This is Aretha Franklin singing. I mean, I ain't mad at it, you know.
Yes. hopefully it has a different vibe than Kanye's former services. But you know,
yeah, but that choir was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know where to find them. Yeah, he really does. But again, like, what did they do? Did they just sing songs and stuff? Like, what? At first of all, at first I thought that the church, everybody in the church was singing, like there wasn't nobody else, just them, you know. And they sound amazing, like amazing. But yeah, like, do they have regular church? That's only that, you know. That's my only, because otherwise, y'all just, it's a concert.
Right. Well,
I'm not mad at it because they sound amazing. So yeah,
it was a phenomenon there for a minute.
It was, because them people sound amazing. Like they sound incredible.
Just making sure we're acknowledging folks that are sliding in, and we're at our final song of the evening, and this one, you know, we always got somebody in the chat who calls a thing before we get to it. But clearly, if we are doing a show about songs that express gratitude, and clearly, if I have not played a very specific, although I did have the Roots earlier matched up with Rick James, but I'm gonna give you Philly at least once a show.
Yes.
And so had to do this, and I had to do this because I'm also very thankful for my friends, since we've been talking about this idea. Jill knew very early, right? Because a lot of people have said to me over the years, how come like you never tried to go out on tour and sing background for her? And I'm like, Nick, from the beginning, Jill said, I need my friends to be my friends, and I need my career to be my career. Clearly, the whole marriage thing, you know, kind of turned, the first marriage turned on that, right? Too much
intersection, yes.
Couldn't extract it.
Right.
And so there's been a very clean line for her, and I appreciate that. But one of the things I have loved about Jill since the very first time I met her at an open mic poetry reading is that her heart is huge, and her gut pushes her in particular directions. And so she's incredibly vulnerable when she is just out working through some things. She did that for years just with the poetry. and then she layered the music onto it. So when you get Jill freestyling, you are always going to get something beautiful because it is raw and real in the same way that we talked about Mary J.
Mm-hmm.
Jill's just got, her pipes are a little more fine tuned.
Right.
In that regard. So the fact that what was clearly kind of a freestyle moment turned into the opening track of one of her albums is just par for the course. So for my final selection for the evening from the project The Light, I give you Jill Scott with Blessed.
This is the last take for the night. Understand that's kinda late, and I gotta get home to my son, cause he's so special to me. I mean, I gotta see him, I need to breathe him. That's my baby, don't call me crazy. I love the studio, but I love him more. Let me give you what I got. So I woke up in the morning feeling fresh to death. I'm so blessed, yes, yes. I went to sleep stressed, woke up refreshed. I'm so blessed, yeah, yes. Water in my face and everything is in its place. Peace of mind, even my grace. I'm so blessed, yes, yes, yes. My grandma almost lived to see 92. I'm so blessed, yes, 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 yes. My son was born healthy and beautiful. I'm so blessed, yeah, yes. My mama's on my right side, daddy on my left. My son, father doing is absolute. I'm so blessed, 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 blessed. Yeah, yeah, yes. And I know what I know. And I know what I know. Yeah, struggle gon' happen. It's just the way it be. Ain't nothing coming easily in this life. Sometimes you gotta work and you gotta grow and it gotta hurt. I'm sure you know. Take a look around. Woke up this morning listening to this song. You're so blessed. Yes, yes. Gonna rock this joint all night long. You're so blessed. Yes. So we up in here with our hands up in the air, waving like we just don't care. We're so blessed, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Woke up in the morning feeling fresh to death. Went to sleep stressed, woke up refreshed. My mama's on my right side, daddy on my left. I'm so blessed, yes, yes, yes.
And with that, we come to the end
Yes.
of another broadcast. But I hope that everyone who tuned in tonight understands that, regardless of how you feel, and I saw somebody post earlier today that for Black folks, Thanksgiving is so not about the pilgrims. Like it's not even a consideration. Like it doesn't even come up. So for all the people that understand, the very troubled beginning of this commemoration that we have, that I hope you will take a moment to transform it so that it means something for you and your circle, and
Right.
not necessarily, whatever the traditional thing is. I think we have gotten away from tradition making in contemporary society, right?
Yes.
It's like we either do it the way it always has been done, or we're like,
Right.
I don't want to have anything to do with it. But
Right.
there's so much space in between those two things
Yes.
for you to take the inspiration and create something that's meaningful for you and yours.
Right.
And so, as we see this, I mean, Lord knows the start of the holiday season gets earlier and earlier every year, but
No.
I mean, I was like, there were turkeys out almost before the holiday candy. I mean, the Halloween candy this year.
Right.
Like, come on, y'all.
Right.
A moment. But I think that even if it's just to have a moment to yourself, to take stock of all that you've been through, right? Because I think sometimes also we don't like the hurt points. So we be rushing past the hurt points to try and get to the I'm all right.
Right.
And you're not all right. It's
Yeah.
okay not to be okay.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta be in that minute so that you figure it all out. So maybe you're grateful for the whatever that hurt thing was that is pushing you to do something a little different moving forward.
Yeah.
I hope that all the society would do that coming out of COVID, and we have not.
Right.
So if you can figure out something meaningful for yourself this time of year, then I think that's the real blessing of it all.
Agreed.
And I'll say that. I'll step down off my soapbox. Shareese, if you would, run us through our playlist for tonight's show.
Yes, ma'am. We started with Thank You, a little acapella ditty by Boys to Men off their 2 album, which was out in 1994, believe it or not. Then we did another song titled Thank You. This time it was from Rick. Now, and you know what? I meant to say this before, but that song is by Rick James, but remixed and mashed up by Amerigo Gazaway, wherein he included the Roots and Jay-Z on the song. So, and this was in commemoration of 50 years of hip hop. The album is called Hip Hop 50th Anniversary Mixtape. Yeah, I don't know where you're gonna find it, people, because I couldn't find it.
I don't know if it's still, I mean, he made it available for free download for people that were on his mailing list when it was first released. So go to Bandcamp, look up Amerigo Gazaway, and see if it's still available. But that's when the producers are doing these kinds of things.
Yeah, you gotta
sometimes they put it up and they take it down. That doesn't mean it won't come back.
Right.
But it was a special mix project.
But that's it. Look for it. I don't know. You're gonna have to go beg somebody for it. I don't know what to tell you. But so and so that what I was gonna say is that felt like, whereas where we said Blessed, you said Blessed was a like a freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this felt like to me too. Thank You with Rick James over the original song felt very much like in the moment. He had done won a Grammy, and so he was overwhelmed with thankfulness. And this is one of those times where like I said before, the beauty of the voice is not the most important thing that's going on in the song. Sometimes, or a lot of times, it's the emotion that is expressed and brought across. So that was that song, Thank You by Rick James. Look up the original. It's probably going to sound, his part is going to sound very much the same because he didn't do anything to manipulate his voice or, background music or whatever. But after that, we did That's What Friends Are For, Dionne Warwick featuring Elton John, Stevie Wonder, and Gladys Knight. And that was on Dionne Warwick's Friends album from 1985. Then we did Thankful by Michelle Ndegeocello. from her 2003 album Comfort Woman. Then we did Reaching for the Sky by my dude, Peebo Bryson, from his album Reaching for the Sky from 1977. Then we did Thank You, Master, for My Soul. The blues, okay? The blues and gospel mixed all up together by Donny Hathaway.
This is me and my tambourine.
Okay.
Tambourine right now.
He stayed the church came in every song he sang, as far as I don't care what the song was, it sounded like church to me. And that came from his Everything is Everything album, 1970. That album is the same age as Stephanie and myself.
Did you just have to lay it out there like that?
We same age as a hit album. That's great.
Yes.
Same age. Okay.
I'll take that.
Yes. Yes. We the same age as World Trade Center too, I think. I think that, let me stop because the nerd in me was about to come out, y'all. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna go move forward from Donny Hathaway to and I wanted to say too that we mentioned it before you played the Peebo Bryson song Reaching for the Sky. We had two crooners or two male vocalists who have performed, sang and sung and performed with Roberta Flack back to back. Roberta Flack sang with both Donny Hathaway Donny Hathaway and Peebo Bryson sang with Roberta Flack. Let's put some respect on her name.
Yes,
she's not in the best of health, and that's another person whose vocal styling and her songwriting and just everything has just been genius, and she contributed a whole lot to the industry. There should be a documentary on her life somewhere around here.
There is.
Oh wait, I think I saw it too. Wait a minute.
There is.
HBO again?
I think so. Yeah. No, it was on PBS.
Oh yes.
Hers was on PBS.
It was so the PBS ones are hard to find. I made sure I watched it because PBS is you'll see it and you'll never see it again.
That's not true if you are a contributor to your local station.
Well, I don't contribute.
I'm just saying.
But it was wonderful. It was too short. I was like, can we please have more? But yes, there is a documentary on Roberta Flack.
Yes.
We need a longer one though. And not a biopic either, just a documentary. I don't want nobody trying to play her or anything like that. Just do the documentary. Okay, that's my that's my pitch for the documentary. Okay. So next, after Thank You, Master, for My Soul by Donny Hathaway, we did God Is Real by India Arie from her Voyage to India album from 2002. And the last song we played tonight was Blessed by Jill Scott off of her The Light of the Sun album from 2011. And Carla, who I don't know if she's still here. I don't think she is because I don't see her commenting. But when we first started, she was like, "Y'all better play Jilly." Yes, and sure enough, the song came about, and so yes,
hopefully she'll catch it on the replay.
Okay, catch it on the replay, Carl. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know you called. You actually was on this. You were on the same wavelength as Stephanie when she was getting her song list for tonight. So, but those are the songs we shared. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope that you feel a sense of gratefulness, whether it's for your friends and family, whether it's for your romantic love, whatever it is that you are grateful for, that is manifested through the people that you have chosen to be in your circle, or for whose circle you've chosen to be a part of. I hope that you felt a great sense of gratefulness and thankfulness, and that is what most of us who celebrate Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, like I did over the weekend, those are the sentiments that we associate with this particular holiday, more so than the history or the origins of it. And I'm definitely with Stephanie on that. Find what works for you, and it's good to have a day of recognizing the the way that we've been blessed and the things that we've endured and all that stuff.
All of it. And I know we're getting late, so I just want to get my pitch in for two more things before we sign off.
Yes.
One is, if you are in the Philadelphia area, if you're just in town for the holiday and you're looking for something that is family friendly to do tomorrow night, we are doing our first in-person event since the pandemic in West Philly tomorrow night at the Rotunda. Quick, 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to have a movie on, kind of, giving us some ambiance in the room, but live drumming. We're going to have an arts and craft vendor, and the playlist is some contemporary African artists. They live in the States now or in the UK, but they're releasing music that is not necessarily world beat or Afrobeat music. They're doing the music that they want to do, but they're all young African artists that are putting out some great music. And so I hope you will come through to partake in that. And then on Saturday, December 16th, if you will be in the area, then we are inviting you out, especially if you are a full-time or even part-time creative who has been dealing with some health struggles or is just trying to transform your life in a healthier, positive way. We have lost a ton of creative folks in the Philadelphia community over the past year. Even just a couple of days ago, another poet that, from the beginnings of me deciding that I wanted to be out and do spoken word in the 90s, folks are leaving us. And a lot of this is from preventable causes that people either are uninsured, underinsured, or just avoiding going to get properly diagnosed so that they can, heal from what they're dealing with. And as somebody who has lived through that, this, was sort of the beacon to me to be able to do something about it. So we are gathering at the Painted Bride Art Center, 52nd and Market on Saturday, December 16th for all of those things. We're going to have workshops. We're going to have a panel discussion. We're going to give people a chance to remember those we've lost and grieve collectively. And we're going to feed you. We're going to do all the things around health and wellness. It's called the Sick With It Health and Wellness Symposium. If you sign up on our website for the mailing list, you will get direct information as we confirm more participants and all the things that are going on. But, just a little bit of time out of your holiday to take good care of you in the midst of buying presents and all the other things we do this time of year, then you are encouraged to join us and partake in that. And we are looking to take it on the road in 2024. So if you want to, help find us a sponsor, and so that we can, kind of bring the show to you, we're definitely going to do it in other sections of the city here in Philadelphia, but I'm not above going somewhere up and down the turnpike in order to bring the same message, because it is a really, really necessary one.
Absolutely.
So that's all, folks. Eat well, laugh hard, love hard.
That's right.
The holidays are upon us.
They are. They here, y'all. They here.
And Lord willing, we'll be back in 2 weeks to do this again. Now the folks are healing up.
Right.
Even more reason for us to get together and have this musical conversation with you again. So thank you very much for sharing some of your evening with us, and we hope to see you again real soon.
Yes. Thank you very much. We love you. Thank you for being here every time we go live. Even if we take a week or 2 or 3 or 4 off, y'all are here. So we really appreciate you. We are thankful for you. And we hope that you have a good night and a good holiday.